Yes.
So when you see somebody alone in a frame, you might as well be in your bedroom.
Yes.
But when you see it in scope, when
Mm.
you in wide, when you see the actual stage that they're in, then you drive a connection to the moment, which is what I think. I mean, maybe it's a thing that I and maybe two or three people in the world care, but that's what like gets me.
It's
Right?
true though, but I guess trying to give people that moment to feel what you felt in that moment, it can be quite hard with the platforms
No,
that exist. You know.
so for instance, I'm not concerned with platforms, right?
Yeah. But
So
I just
I mean,
for people to view it. I
yeah,
mean.
exactly. So and I've said that public on my profile very much. It's like this is not content for. So there are two things that people are struggling with: is discovery and engagement. So discovery is somebody doing this. Oh, this is cool. Get it right.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy that you call for that. There are people who do
Lots of
wonderful reels
lots of that. Yeah.
and do it really well. Who like in 1 second they engage you. I'm old school. I'm not only old. I'm old school. I'm from the kind of guy who you sit down and watches a video clip. I'm the kind of guy who used to have concerts in VHS,
Yeah.
and I would just like rewind it.
Yeah,
And
rewatch
just
it.
put
Watch it
it
100
and
times.
just
Yeah.
watch it. Right,
Yeah.
like Rush. You mentioned
I-
that you
I-
were
I'm-
into prog.
Yeah. Well, I played a little bit of prog rock sort of stuff.
Okay.
I'm not like I know Rush and I know some of their music. Not crazy into them, but yeah.
So Rush, for instance, that VHS I had to buy it again because I wore it out.
Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, at that point, you would wear out
Yeah,
that tape.
that reminds me of doing that with So I never had VHS concerts, but I remember like one of my friends he had we'd play a DVD so much that
Nice.
it would wear out, or a CD. I'd done that
Yeah.
with so many CDs. I played them way too much, and they wouldn't get scratched. They just like wear.
Skip,
They
yeah.
just wear out
For some reason. And so the kind of content that I do, the kind of thing that I do, the videos that I do, are for people who are already fans of your band.
Yeah.
So people,
Yeah, no, I hear what you-
I'm already
I
a
got
fan
you.
of Capricorn. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to their
Yeah.
YouTube and I'm gonna sit for
Yeah,
5 minutes
you're,
to
you're,
see
you're
a
at
song.
like the middle, the bottom of the funnel of
Exactly.
where people are
Right.
with a band or an
So,
artist.
okay, I like you enough that I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to convince me.
Yeah.
And then you see my stuff.
Yeah.
Right? For the first 5 seconds,
Cool.
you call somebody else. And they're like people who do it great.
Yeah.
I just don't have the patience for it. And
Making short little videos is so much more technical than I think some people
Absolutely.
realize. It can be a bitch.
absolutely. And annoyingly, a lot of people are getting used to shitty content.
100%.
So
yes, they
you
are.
scroll and you see a video that is clearly, for instance, the two of us, but they crop it in the middle so you don't see anybody.
Yeah.
And people go like, "Oh, this is cool." No, this is not cool. This is shitty, right?
Yeah.
Know your frame, right? So there's this guy.
I'm still trying to get better at that shit.
There's this guy I admire a lot, like Not Today's. He's like vertical, but he knows his frame. He can feel a vertical frame really well. And I always strive to do the same thing with the horizontal. Now the problem that we have currently, not only in the internet but even in Hollywood, is you do a movie, you do it for like IMAX screen, like 40 meters.
Yeah.
But you also do it for TV and you also do it for phone. So it's like,
Yeah.
when you see it on the big screen, it's like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
And when you see it on phone, it looks fuzzy because it was designed for a big screen. It's like, decide what you do. I mean, I have like a monitor like this, like a 25-inch. That's if it looks good there, I feel good.
Yeah, it
see what I
really
mean?
depends. Yeah, it goes back to your thing about is it like the art?
Yeah.
Is it for consumer? Because you got to completely flip the thinking
Absolutely.
of what you want to do with it. Because with musicians, we want people to listen to our music, right? So I used to do a bit of mixing and stuff and recording, and you want it to sound good on your phone,
Yeah.
on the stereo, in the car, on the crappy speakers for my
this is so
my
annoying.
old Logitech shitty speakers I used to use. You want it to sound awesome on a sub. Like you have to kind of test all the bases to try and get like some kind of equilibrium of like, I don't know, like sounds good. But I hear what you're saying because it's like you spend so much time trying to please all these things, but the art gets affected, or like the end, like the actual thing you've made gets kind of tainted?
Yeah, and the main
And
thing,
how far do you go for perfection?
and the main thing is deciding, right? So that's why I'm naming
When do you stop?
no, that's why I'm naming
Enough is
this
enough,
guy
yeah.
Not Today's, because he was like, okay, that's my canvas. That's my canvas and that's my duration. I have like this screen on a phone, 1 minute. I'm gonna do it, and he nails it.
Yeah.
Right, super good. I'm like, okay, sometimes it's gonna take you like a minute to get to the nice shot, and you're gonna appreciate after a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and that
gotta
only
have
works,
patience.
and that only works when you're already a fan of a band, and when you have a band that is good enough that is gonna sustain your attention
Yes.
for 5 minutes. So now the interesting, and this is just a theory, we will know it in a few decades, is that is the stuff that's gonna survive,
Of course. Yeah.
right? So you're gonna see like great songs looking great, and you're gonna look back and it's awesome, right? A lot of this is gonna be like forgotten in a week.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
I mean, and a lot of the art that I see now, I was like, I don't. Okay,
Well,
so
it's made for the now and
Yeah.
the right now consumption, and that's what people. I mean, you could say it's been like that with a lot of art's been like that for a long time. There's just different formats, right?